We are the Mythical Fighters, ain't it, Gary?
Yes, we are. Yes,
What episode is this?
Seven?
I think it's 7.
7 or 8.
It's really 7 already?
I think it is.
Wow,
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
So here we are. Yeah.
Here we are.
Gary, Evan, and Danny.
Yes.
Here we are.
The dream team.
3 mythical fighters.
You want to do the news first, or we don't want to
Let's
do the
talk
last
about.
card?
Let's talk about what happened last card. Poorly.
The fuck
right?
didn't happen, really.
First off, I want to apologize for everybody because I think we both said that Muniz was the next Leota, right? Is that what we said?
No, dude, no one said that.
What did we
you
say?
that?
What did we say?
I don't remember.
The next Leota? Fuck
What did we
that.
say on the last one?
We thought
Okay.
that maybe he could be the black belt of middleweight, and that does
Oh
not.
no, bringing the jiu-jitsu back like
Yeah. Not Leota.
Making jiu-jitsu
I'm
great
gonna
again.
Go back and re-listen to that card. I remember talking about him being like what that division needed. As like ground game, technicality, but he got submitted himself by Brendan fucking Allen. Listen, I'm not going to doubt that guy anymore. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
Brendan Allen's good, man. He's good. He's got the total package, I think.
Yeah, he's well rounded.
not only his striking is very, is good, but his ground game is.
His striking was on point, and he beat a third-degree black belt. I mean, that's pretty fucking impressive. I don't care who you are.
It definitely is.
So
He mixes it up all right in the speed. It just doesn't have a whole lot of power. You know?
no, not a whole lot, but he
And it's not like he throws like
he
crazy
pieces
kicks or nothing.
no.
He's just like, he's kind of basic with strikes, but he uses it well.
He likes the knees, and he likes the kicks, but
I doubted him, that's for sure.
I did too. I was right there with you, man.
I'll still fucking doubt him next fight, I bet too.
I probably will too, depending on who it is, right? I mean, you have to go. What was that, middleweight? I mean, he's not going top 5.
Really, he won the fight because he was the guy putting the pressure on.
Yeah, for sure.
You put Muniz on his back foot, he can't get you to the cage, and he can't do what he wants to do, and that is finesse you down with trip takedowns, or maybe get your back standing.
Yeah.
Never even had the opportunity because he never went forward, really. Never went forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when I was looking at this fight, Muniz couldn't close the distance. Like he would just something seemed kind of off. Watching all of his fights, how he was throwing kicks.
I thought the same
It
thing.
did seem like he was.
It was it's something kind of off. He wasn't going for it.
Yeah, maybe there was an injury during the training camp or something. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses for the guy.
No, we shouldn't because we don't know what really happened. But still, I felt like he didn't take risks.
Yeah.
I understand Brandon Allen is a good striker, but come on, man, you gotta go for it. You're the taller guy.
like-
you got weapons to win this fight.
I'm with you. Like, what are you afraid of, man? Do your thing. You
Yeah.
know? It seemed like he was a little hesitant,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Maybe he had a bad
that's the
weight
right
cut.
word. Yeah.
No, had a bad weight cut, or again, I don't want to make excuses for the guy either, but he looked like he didn't have an answer for Brendan Allen.
It had no
And
answer.
that's concerning. Right?
I mean,
you look like a world killer against Souza, Eric Anders, and Uriah Hall, and then Brendan Allen's the guy that figured you out. It's just, that's the game for you.
weird.
And then you get submitted, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be, you're the third-degree black belt.
Mhm.
You're supposed to be a submission king, man. You're supposed to be
But
one
it
that
happens.
wins.
Like
Breaking
anything,
arms.
anything can happen. Cause I remember when I watched the Jones versus Belfort. Jones wasn't even a blue belt, and he submitted
Sure.
Belfort. So anybody can submit anybody.
For that time, I forget his name. He was like a prelim fighter. He fought Rodrigo Valerfa, who's a black belt, this jacked guy from Brazil. And
What division though?
Welter, I want to say. Rodrigo Valerfa, something like that. And the guy was like, just like a world killer black belt. Won all the tournaments, whatever. He gassed himself in round 1, and this no-name jiu-jitsu, he had no jiu-jitsu credentials as far as I know. Submitted him.
Yeah.
And it was a big fucking deal. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a couple of years ago. And this dude was
I
like...
feel like I remember
and
it.
this guy was humiliated. Because, that was like... I don't know what the odds were for that particular fight for that man to win by submission, but it was probably plus fucking 5,000.
Right.
Right. And it was just because he gassed himself.
It happens, man.
It does happen.
It happens. Sometimes, look what happened with Jorge and Usman. Who would have ever thought that, he would have KO'd Jorge the way he did? So it just tells you right there that you have to respect. You cannot underestimate anybody.
No.
Not even on the striking, not even on the ground. You have to respect.
Do you think that because Andre Muniz, all of his subs are kind of similar, you think that maybe if he can't do that, he's
got
kind of
nothing?
fucked?
Yeah, he's only got one move.
I mean, not necessarily, because if you think
all the
about
same
it,
way.
yeah.
But I mean, that's
More or
but
less.
it's not necessarily. But I mean, that's what he was acting like.
I mean, once that plan went out the window, I mean,
Yeah.
this man had nothing.
He had nothing else.
He was just getting. I mean, Brendan Allen, did he win all the rounds? I think he did, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. He couldn't.
I mean, he threw a couple stuff, Munoz, but
He had no answer.
Allen has he won in my eyes. He won all the rounds.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'd agree. Then he got the submission.
he got the submission.
So,
So at this point, people should not act surprised when you see someone that is like a blue belt submitting a black belt. It's just that,
I think it depends on who it is and what the experience is like.
Well, they're both black belts, right?
Yeah, they're both black belts.
Mhm.
One of them is just a third degree.
Mhm.
One of them is just a black belt.
Yeah, he only tried to take him down 3 times. And he was
Which
stuffed
was
all
weird,
three.
man.
Stuffed
And he
all
had
three.
the kicks coming at him, so I mean, he wasn't catching anything. So I honestly do think something was like maybe there's a misplaced rib or something. Maybe one of those kicks. I don't know. But it didn't look like the Andre Muniz that I was studying.
When you look at the stats, though, he actually did outstrike him by 1 strike, 43 to 42 signature. I would say signature, significant strikes.
Significant. Yeah.
Significant strikes, yeah. But when you watch the fight, I just felt like he was always going backward.
That's the big difference.
who was going backward?
Andre Muniz
Andre Muniz.
was going backward, and Brendan seemed to be more of the aggressor on the feet.
You're not
That's
wrong.
the thing. The judges, they look at that.
Yeah.
Whoever putting the pressure, that counts. And a lot of people don't take that in consideration. But
I think pressure's huge.
yeah, the pressure is huge.
Mm-hmm. Even though it shouldn't swing a judge's mind,
Sure, it should.
unless it's like really even with everything else,
Yeah.
and maybe you account for pressure at that point. But with a guy like Muniz, who has been pressuring every single fighter that he's been up against so far, and putting him against the cage and working off the clinch, if you're the guy that's going to put the pressure on him, now he's got to switch game plans.
Yeah.
And that didn't seem to happen. He just seemed like he was lost, and he was just trying to strike with him, and it wasn't really working.
Now let me ask you this question: do you think that he respected Allen striking too much? Do you think that
I don't think respect it.
because sometimes, yes, you should respect the striking of
scared
your
also, you gotta
opponent,
go.
but you also have to go. You
Yeah.
cannot be afraid. Look,
That's-
I respect your striking, but that is not going to stop me from implementing my game plan. So you think that could...
I think a little bit, yeah. I think he was just too tentative, just too hesitant. He needed to he needed to take more chances. Kind of handed Brendan the fight a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he was just scared.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a mental thing going on or
Could've
something.
been.
But he just looked like not the killer that he was before this
Not even
fight.
close.
Yeah,
Not even close.
and that's really surprised me, man, because his fights prior, especially all of his finishes, were he looked fucking.
They were fun.
He looked crazy good.
He was always
Especially
pushing pace.
especially if you got that clinch,
Yeah.
and then it was just kind of like, oh, that's a wrap.
Always pushing pace and always
But
pushing the gas.
it's like you take away the clinch from Muniz, and he's fucking
Got nothing.
He's
got nothing.
He's not gonna power you down. He's not gonna open space double leg you.
No. That's
Right?
That's not a style. It's not a style. I think he needs to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. I mean,
and that's the beauty of the game.
Or
You know,
just
you
make
get to
sure that
figure it out.
or just make sure that you establish pressure every single time with this. He can't be scared. He's going to have to be the guy going forward.
That's a big part of it too.
But that's the thing. You can approach every fight like that because every fighter, your opponent is going to be different.
Right.
If you get a counter striker,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you go like that, just putting pressure and not having a game plan, not being precise with your strength, then you can get, you can get caught.
And that's why the best of the best have everything, because now they can change their game plans on the fly. I don't know if Andre Muniz can do that.
Doesn't look
That's
like
what that fight told me. Is like, I don't think this guy can change on the fly. I think he has a almost like a routine game plan, and if that gets fucked up, he's just kind of like there,
dead in the water.
Just kind of there, just trying to tit for tat with striking or something, and he kind of did that, but
he's
not enough. Obviously.
He's not a striker. He's not a boxer. He's not. He shouldn't be.
He wasn't bad though. At the same time, like he can.
He was taking openings. He was taking openings.
Yeah.
But again, he wasn't pushing forward. He wasn't coming at the guy. He was backing off of him every time. So it was disappointing to say the least. For sure.
I'd hyped him up in my head a little bit. So fucking hell, man.
I had him super hyped, bro. Like breaking an arm, almost breaking a second arm.
An arm. Souza's arm.
Right. I mean,
a black belt's arm. Yeah.
That's a dangerous.
And not even just a black belt, one of the best black belts in the UFC.
Yeah.
You know,
Everybody was afraid. I remember. Not everybody wanted to fight Souza because of his strength.
Nobody wanted to.
Striking and the jiu-jitsu.
And once they figure him out, they're like, okay, I can take this guy. No problem. I just have to make sure I don't get taken down. And look, Kevin Holland was able to,
oh yeah, Kevin Holland fucked him up.
Shut down his game.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah, badly. That was one of the brutals KO I ever seen. He was on his knee, right?
Yeah, and he took like 8 punches straight to the dome
without
any defense.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You only see that
probably Kevin Holland's best highlight.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like
disappointed.
I don't really know what you do with Muniz. You'd probably just give him like an unranked guy again. Right.
I mean, you have to at this point, right?
I don't know if he dropped. Let's see if he dropped. I checked on Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
Or Monday.
They take.
It wasn't updated yet. But what? That was middleweight, right?
Yeah.
He dropped 2 spots. He's number 13 now. Brendan Allen is now 12.
Climbing up the ladder.
That's not bad.
What's Brendan Allen's ceiling?
It doesn't go much further than that.
You don't think so?
I mean, granted, I could be underestimating him again, but middleweight, bro. I mean,
could he beat Imavov? I think he could beat Nasruddin
probably.
Imavov.
Yeah, he could probably beat Nasruddin.
Dricus Duplessis?
Actually, that'd be a fun fight.
I don't think I'd bet on Brendan Allen.
I wouldn't bet on him, but I'd watch that fight.
But here's the thing: the middleweight division right now, it's not like there's only like 3 guys up there.
One of the most boring divisions. I agree.
But I wouldn't
call it boring, but it's not. It's not the most stacked division.
One of the least interesting. Put it that way. Yeah, it's not boring.
It's not boring because I like definitely watching guys like Paulo Costa, Robert Whittaker, Israel, and Alex Pereira.
Roman Dolidze is fun. I like Roman Dolidze.
Yeah. So right now,
run back Allen and Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather see Allen against Duplessis. Maybe Hermanson would be interesting because they're both grapplers.
Hermanson could be fun.
Roman Dolidze would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think we go past Sean Strickland though. Anything above 7 is going to be a real.
That's tough.
Real fucking.
That's a tough.
Well, maybe you can do Derek Brunson. We'll see how that goes on the next card. I think he's
Derek Brunson is.
He's fighting on the next card.
Or he can fight Dricus.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe do Duplessis, but don't you? I feel like Duplessis will fuck him up.
Oh, he would. He would.
Something tells me
but
it
would be a fun. But then again, I thought Muniz was gonna submit him. Right?
Something tells me Duplessis would just KO him in the first round.
I mean, I don't know. I'd watch.
I don't know why, but
I'll watch it.
Yeah. I don't really think he gets in the top 5 though. I'll be honest.
No. He's not a top 5.
What do you think, Danny?
I mean, we just have to wait, and see in time. Depending how he do on his performance, and if he keep finishing fights, maybe that's a maybe.
Yeah, but from what you've seen so far, what's the highest rank he can achieve? You think?
I think he can fight Jack Hammerson.
Yeah. So like maybe
test
number
himself.
8, number 9, and then we'll see him drop off.
He's a 7 or 8.
So this is what I would do. I would put him. I will
Yeah.
put him against. Darren Till is not in the ranking. He can fight Imawal, maybe.
Right.
Chris Curtis.
He lost to Chris Curtis already.
Yep.
He lost to Chris Curtis.
He got KO'd by Chris Curtis.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes, he did. And Sean Strickland.
And Sean Strickland.
Wow.
Sean Strickland was in
Those-
Chris Curtis' corner.
And Sean Strickland was in Chris Curtis's corner. Yep.
So, which is why he called them both out
Yep.
during that win.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he called them both out.
Is that right?
So let's bring back Sean Strickland. Let's go Chris Curtis. Well, let's
Oh, he wants to
redeem that self. Yeah, he's like, let's redeem
I
that.
think. Well, at this point,
He was beating Chris Curtis though.
He was beating Chris Curtis, but Chris Curtis just has some power, man.
Caught him. Yeah.
He has power.
well, they're gonna put him against some of those guys, either Jack Hammerson.
I'm gonna say they bring in Sean Strickland and they run it back.
But yeah, he's too high to put
I don't
him.
think so.
He's like what, number 6, number 7,
Sean Strickland's number 7.
number 7.
They can do that.
It's not crazy.
It's not super big.
That's not
difference.
crazy. We just saw a 7 go after
Yeah,
number
but
1.
here's
Or
the
champion.
thing: is that gonna benefit Sean Strickland because he wants to go up? He doesn't want to go down.
Sean Strickland
I
just
agree.
wants to fight
I agree. And if you're Sean Strickland, he already beat Brendan, so why the fuck would he take that fight?
because
I'm
he
with
just
you.
wants to fight. And if somebody calls his name out, I think he wants to fight him.
I think he wants Costa. He's been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, but Costa,
I
he
think
wants that fight
That's an
too.
interesting fight.
Yeah.
He wants that fight.
I know. That might be the next one for those two.
That could be the next one,
Yeah.
and then maybe Brendan Allen gets the winner.
I think you hook him up with Jack Hermanson. We haven't seen Jack Hermanson in a while. I think it gives him a good shot to get up to number 9 because he could probably beat Jack Hermanson if he fights really well.
You're not wrong.
And yeah, I think that just makes sense
It's an interesting
for
fight.
both guys. For both
Yeah.
guys, I think it makes sense.
I'd like that. I wouldn't mind it.
And for Muniz, you just give him fucking, I don't know, gasoline or some shit.
Whatever's next.
Right.
Gasoline's number 15. I mean, shit, that's a fair fight, right?
Why not?
Yeah, why not, dude? Kelvin's fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
And we would be talking about Krylov and Spain, but that got rescheduled for next week. So we'll talk about that again next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, it's a disappointing card, huh?
That was disappointing. That was the one that I was looking forward to.
Oh, me and the lady were so bored.
But I was, to be honest, I was looking forward to
But
Andre Muniz fight.
I was happy for Jordan Levitt.
Ooh.
The Monkey King gets a KO,
Monkey
bro. You
King
saw
got a
that?
KO. That was nice. That was
Fucking
nice.
Jordan Levitt, man. That shit was nice, dude.
It was.
I always root for that guy, dude. This shit's funny.
He's hilarious.
He is hilarious.
He got teabagged last time, though.
You hear him what he said afterwards? He's like, I didn't believe it either. My first KO.
Yeah.
He's like, holy shit, am I about to knock a guy out?
He's
Yeah.
never gotten a knockout before.
He's a very charismatic guy.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
Charismatic is one word for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But,
Yeah, he's
so
a funny guy.
and news was slow. I think the biggest news is like Danny already said, Till being removed.
Rip, dude. Fucking rip.
Man, Darren Till, man, was one of my secret favorite fighters for sure. I liked watching him in the octagon when he was winning. Because he was always he has heart, but his dropped 5 of his last 6. It's kind of difficult to do anything. He said he asked for it. Maybe something is going on.
His last performance too, he almost got fucked up immediately by Dreykus.
Bad.
That fight could have been called in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
You remember Dreykus took his back standing and just started landing big bombs on him, and Darren
And
was
I
like,
thought
"Please don't call it! Please don't call it!" He was like
Yeah.
yelling at the referee.
Yeah.
He
I
was
mean,
like,
at that point, what is happening? Something's wrong. What?
I don't think he can. I don't think he's ever conditioned that well. His body never looks that great.
Yeah.
No.
You know.
No, and then he was training with Hamzat.
And it feels like he just takes it like not as seriously as some guys or something. You
Like
know?
most guys. Yeah.
Here's my opinion on Darren Till. When we and I said at the time, again, the UFC push him too quick. You know, like the way they try to push him, because they had no choice.
They for sure did. They pushed him way too quick.
Yeah, against Tyron Woodley when he was a champ. I just felt like when he came out welterweight, I remember he was like a gorilla. You know, he was like the biggest guy. Yeah, well, he's the gorilla.
It's his nickname, yeah.
But here's the thing about Darren Till, he was just one dimensional.
Yeah.
Like he was very predictable. You know, push against the fence, right?
Feints for days.
Feints and just trying to, knock you out.
Counters.
I never like you say, his condition wasn't like all that great. He got a few moments, but he wasn't. He KO Cowboy Cerrone. That was his best win, in my opinion, in the UFC. The win against Wonderboy was kind of controversial.
Yep.
I thought, they gave a unanimous decision, I believe, in that fight. He barely won that fight.
Was it unanimous?
It was unanimous.
It was unanimous. In my opinion,
Yeah.
that should have been split decision. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But they gave it to him. He was in his hometown, right? He was in Liverpool.
I think most people would agree with you on that one. It was a close one.
It was a close one.
Most, if not everybody.
And that's like his biggest claim was his win over Stephen Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, all of his fight, it was like I just believe that he didn't. The game changed, right? He didn't evolve.
No.
He didn't add more new tools to his arsenal. It was
Zero
just
new tools.
He did nothing. Did nothing.
Yeah, it was just pretty much a Muay Thai fighter, right?
And
throw kicks, maybe one punch.
This tells you a good bit too. His last win is Kelvin Gastelum, split decision.
Split decision.
Kelvin Gastelum is now barely ranked.
Yeah.
And here's the
that
thing.
was not that long ago either.
Yeah. And he was
But I will say this: when he fought Robert Whittaker, he dropped him with an elbow.
Yeah.
He did. Like his striking, his counters are nice.
Yeah, his counter striking,
nice.
yeah.
His counters and his feints are nice. His striking's nice. It's just everything else that's suspect, right?
Yeah.
If you get in a grappling exchange with Darren Till, you're gonna fucking probably win. Cage or just on the ground or whatever, takedowns.
And then when he was taken down by Darren Brunson,
yeah, got fucked up.
He got submitted in that fight.
That's a problem.
He got RNC.
It's a problem, and for you to be a champion, you have to be almost good everywhere.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to be at least good everywhere.
Yeah,
you better be good everywhere, but also you better be excellent at least
if you're not a
couple of things as well.
Right. Yeah.
If you're not as per, let's say, submitting people and you're a striker, you at least have to have takedown defense.
We just got done talking about Brendan Allen, who's good at everything, but we still don't think he'll ever be a fucking anywhere close to a champion. Because he's not excellent at anything,
That's it.
And it's just like that's what you got to be, man. You got to be at least good at everything, and then have excellence in a certain couple of categories as well. And that's never been Darren Till. He's a great striker, and that's it.
Like you were saying, welterweight is a boring class. There's not a whole lot of great things in there, but
did you say welterweight or middleweight?
Was it middleweight?
He went up to middle in his latter half of his career.
Oh, was it middle?
Well, it depends when you're talking about him.
Because
if
they say welterweight,
middleweight.
Yeah. I was about to say, wait a minute, welterweight.
Thank you, Danny.
After he lost to Masvidal.
Yeah. Okay. But middleweight is not a huge pool, but that top five is bad.
It's also wrestling heavy. That division.
And it's not good for someone like Darren Till who gets ragdolled when he's on the ground, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
one interesting thing Joe Rogan said, if you want to start mixed martial arts and you want to emulate a fighter, Demetrius Johnson is the best sample.
Yeah, sure.
And I heard this. I don't know if you've seen the Demetrius Johnson. He has a channel, right? And sometimes he shares, his experience and stuff. That guy, he's starting out in kickboxing, right? He did competition in kickboxing, Muay Thai. No, he did wrestling. So he became good in all those disciplines. He did it for a period of time, and then he became, like you said, excellent in everything.
Yeah.
Like he has like almost no holes in his game.
No.
When he lost that fight and won championship because he got caught with
Yeah.
a right.
Yeah.
But other than that, that guy can go. He's good everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's the
Very
thing.
good.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to, you have to be disciplined in every area.
And that's every champion, really.
Yeah.
You know? Every champion has excellence in one of the categories, it feels.
At least one.
At least one.
Yeah.
And the other two are, like, at least good.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can hold your own. If you have a weakness in any one of the three, it'll get exposed, especially when you start getting the rankings.
Yeah, I'd agree with
It's
that.
just how it goes, man. It's just how it goes.
Sure.
That's
What happened to Darren Till, man. That's what happened to Darren Till, man. Once he started fighting some wrestlers, he got fucked up. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, his record, first of all, up until he was even 12-0, when his 13th fight was against Nicholas Dalby, who can wrestle. Do you guys know that guy? Nick Dalby? If you looked him up, you probably remember him. And he got, that was a draw. That was a close fight against a guy who can wrestle. Then he beat Thompson, he beat Cerrone, but he's losing to a guy like Woodley. He's going to lose to a guy like Whitaker every single time because of the wrestling credentials, you know?
Yeah.
Derek Brunson, automatic.
Or at hospital, that KO was sick.
Right, but that was a guy you could trade punches with the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the only time. That's the only time he has a chance. Is when he can. Is when he can
because
make it a striking sparring match. Right. The
So-
minute somebody starts spamming takedowns or getting them down to the ground, he has such an issue. Always really has.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
You're
And
absolutely
then to go
right.
up to middleweight was probably stupid for him because now you have a weight disadvantage.
I mean, it wasn't smart.
You know.
And that's it. That's the thing. This is why I believe there should be more weight classes because he was too big for welterweight, right? He was walking around like 190, 200, I don't know. But he was tall. But then he was struggling to make weight. But then you go to middleweight, you would have think, okay, Darren Till is gonna be big. He's gonna kill it. But then you see him, face to face with Whitaker, and he looks smaller than Whitaker.
Yeah,
So I was like,
it's
what
just
is
like-
this?
Looks bigger, right?
Yeah,
Not
so-
taller, but just like thicker.
Yeah.
And then if you're gonna get Whitaker, who can obviously wrestle, it's just like,
Yeah.
how hard is it to take Till down when you're bigger than him and you can wrestle? Probably not that fucking hard.
Not difficult at all.
Compared to some of these other guys that they face, of course,
Right.
with 99% takedown defense or whatever. That's not Till.
No, it's not.
So I don't know, man. It's sad to see because I like Darren Till. I was always rooting for him.
He said he's coming back, so we'll see what happens.
I think-
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
In my opinion, he should do the same thing that Robbie Lawler, because Robbie Lawler, he got caught from the UFC, and then he went to other organization. He got his confidence back, came back, became champion.
When did he get cut, dude? I didn't know that.
He fought Nick Diaz. He was fighting since the early 2000s.
Oh, I know, but I just didn't realize he got caught. Cut.
Yeah, they let him go.
Really, dude? That's kind of fucked up. That's one of your, most loved champions, Robbie Lawler.
Yeah,
He is now.
People love him.
Well, after the fact.
he was the face at one point.
Yeah.
Like the welterweight, the face of the welterweight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I said, I think Darren Till, what he should do is, he should go somewhere else, right, and get his confidence back. Fight lesser because he was fighting with killers, man.
I don't know if he ever had a whole lot of confidence in this fight game, especially in the UFC.
I think when he was young, he felt pretty good.
Yeah.
When he was going for the belt and stuff, I feel like he believed in himself way more than we see these days.
Yeah, but it takes a little bit more than just
Because he did fight Woodley for the title.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he was like a number one contender.
Maybe.
It's kind of weird to think, huh? How quickly the game changes, right?
Yeah.
Woodley and Till was a championship fight like fucking 4 years ago.
5 years.
And now both of them are fucking shells of themselves, dude.
And now you have Pereira and Izzy.
Both of them are shells of themselves. One of them gets knocked out by a YouTuber. The other one can't wrestle for shit.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
No, for real though.
Oh man.
That was the UFC champion welterweight
Tyron. Oh,
not that
man.
long ago. That just tells you how like you better be in
Look,
your.
I'm not gonna disgrace Tyron Woodley. I've won money from that guy.
I'm not trying to
appreciate that shit.
I'm not trying to show him Tyron either. What I am saying is that if you don't stay in your prime, the game will fuck you up immediately.
Oh yeah. If you don't stay on your game, it's
Yeah.
over. So real quick too.
I
Or if
mean,
you just get exposed.
he's 30 years
Yeah.
old. If he can at least come back at 32 years of age,
Who we
he could
talking
do Darren Till.
Okay.
Let's say he's go to Bellator, right?
Yeah, I don't see it. It's not crazy.
Because he says that he want to take some time off, do all the things. So I think.
See some bare knuckle fighting, man.
Oh no,
See?
I don't think.
Okay, so let's quickly,
oh no.
let's quickly just talk about that real quick because they dropped.
You want to take away his kicks?
No, they dropped the. Well, I was talking to you about it. Bare knuckle fighting. They dropped a new main event. It's going to be Luke Rockhold versus Mike.
You saw what happened
Platinum.
with what's his name? The heavyweight. He was a football player.
Greg Hardy.
Greg
He got
Hardy?
fucked up. He got fucked up a couple weekends ago.
It's a different game. It's a different game. So yeah, but whatever.
So who was it? It's Luke Rockhold and who?
Platinum Mike Perry.
For
Bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle.
Bare knuckle. Which is
I never seen
It's
Luke
an-
Rocco to be like a boxer like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's so weird.
it's a super weird.
gonna-
He's got striking. He's got striking.
he's gonna
Right,
get
he
fucked
had
up.
kicks, didn't
So it'll be. He was more of a grappler.
I know that, but like, did he ever have great boxing?
No,
He has power.
I
But
thought a lot of his
he
stand-up
mixes
was-
it up very well with his kick. I think
So
his
it's-
his
It's
kick.
interesting, but I mean, sure, he's going to get knocked the fuck
Ground,
out.
ground and pound, he's really good on the ground. He's great jiu-jitsu. He can ground and pound.
Oh,
Because
for sure,
when
yeah.
he finished
I know
that.
White Man,
You don't get that.
But how are his hands? I mean, I don't know what he's known
bro.
for.
They're okay. Are they
Mike
Mike Perry
Perry's
level?
gonna-
No.
No.
Mike Perry's gonna fuck him up.
I think so too.
I don't disagree.
Because Mike Perry is a boxer.
Yep.
He can box, you know.
Yep.
He
But-
won. I think he won a couple fights there, right? Bernal.
Oh, in bare knuckle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's boxes in Orlando. I know somebody who sparred him.
I'm telling you, man.
Probably
that
not
guy-
the same anymore.
No.
But anyway, let's talk about what we're here for, right? Because
Ooh.
guys,
Oh
it's
my
here.
goodness.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to talk about this 285 fight card main event. We will start from the bottom and listen.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
And
I
listen.
knew you were gonna fucking say that.
We do not own the rights to that.
There's no beat. We good.
But anyway, lyrics, bro. I'm not getting sued. But anyway, let's
Should we
talk-
skip the first one because there's nothing to talk about?
What? Bo Nickel?
yeah. Dude. I mean, I think we're all gonna say the same fucking thing unless you want to disagree, Gary.
Now Nickel wins this.
Yeah.
And my opinion is, I mean, because you have Bo Nickel versus Jamie Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Pickett, for whatever fucking reason, likes to grapple after he strikes.
Even though he has a great reach.
Yeah,
I know.
but he leans into all of his strikes and tries to grapple. And let me tell you,
I think he's a grappler, dude.
but let me
Even
tell
despite
you,
his reach, I think his background is wrestling.
sure, you might be a grappler, but you're not a grappler when you're going against Bo Nickel.
Yeah.
Because Bo Nickel is going to,
Win
going
that
to
battle.
embarrass you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to go into his game, it's not going to happen. So I have it as Bo Nickel winning that fight, 100%.
Here's what I think about Jamie Pickett, and I'm gonna tell you who I pick, but he does have a few wins by submission, triangle choke.
Sure.
And one of the things I like about him, he's very loose.
Yeah.
Yep.
He moves a lot.
He does move.
But here's the thing, he tends to put his hands down
Yep.
very often.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I saw with Bo, there's not a lot of fights you can watch with Bo Nichols because he's getting started. But one of the things that Bo Nichols do that I really like is he know how to fake a takedown.
Yeah.
And then he will come out with
Yeah.
an override.
Yeah.
So he got more things to worry about. Jamie Pickett has more things to worry about. He has to be on his game. If he want to beat this guy, I think his best chance is to get him out within the first few seconds of the first round. Because if it goes longer than that,
he doesn't KO people.
How's
he gonna do? He's never done it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm saying that scenario that in order for him to win.
I agree with you. It's just, do you think that's gonna happen?
No,
very unlikely.
Not even close.
I don't think he even has the power really.
And honestly, I think he's going to get tired out. If anything,
yeah.
He's going to get tired out because you're going against Bo Nickel.
And Bo Nickel is interesting.
He does nothing but wrestle.
Bo Nickel is interesting because he's not a striker, but he got power.
He's got a lot of power.
Have you noticed like every wrestler, like you remember Dan Henderson, went to the Olympics and everything.
A lot of them have a lot of power.
You have to have power.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
It comes with it. Yeah.
Very explosive, one punch knockout power.
It comes with the. It comes with the.
It comes with it, right? It comes with the territory.
It seems like it does, yeah.
Because I mean, you're using nothing but upper body when you're wrestling. So
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
it's all holding people down. It's all grappling. It's maneuvers. It's whatever. But it's all upper body. There's no lower body in there at all, and it's all on the ground. So you're doing nothing but working out those upper body muscles, those upper arm muscles. Anything in your arm, everything is going to just be insanely strong.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
and Bo Nichols is super strong because I heard in one on the press conference, him and John were playing around, right?
Yeah.
And he said that John couldn't take him down. And if that's true, if that guy has strength like that.
That's a lot of strength.
That's a lot of strength.
That's a lot of strength. I didn't.
I think he's just saying shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they're playing around.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but
he's trying to help himself, hype himself up.
Yeah, like that guy.
He needs it though. Yeah. He doesn't need anybody to hype him up.
I don't know. I don't think casuals know anything about him yet.
I'm hyped about it. I
think this is going to be his coming out party.
For sure it is.
Like, I don't think your average UFC fan who only tunes into, pay-per-views every now and then. I don't think they know Bo Nickel yet.
They don't know any of them.
No, he's fairly new to the sport. So
if you don't watch Contender Series, you don't know who that is.
Right. So
I had to go, myself, I had to go and really find his fights, in the Contender Series. Because it was kind of difficult for me because it's not a lot,
Right.
A lot.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But not fighting wise.
His credential in wrestling.
Yeah, it's all wrestling.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the same thing with Raul Rojas. Nobody knew who that kid was until Contender Series. He got 2 good fights in there, and then came out into UFC. He's got his second fight coming up.
Who's that?
Raul Rojas.
Oh yeah.
The 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, he's nice. Yeah.
He got that win bonus, and he's like,
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm buying that's a little fucked up, but
what do you mean?
It's fucking hilarious.
It's on point. What are you talking about?
It's super on point.
That should be
It's super on point. But and he's like, I'm buying my mom a van for her birthday or whatever. Like, dude, straight up stand up guy, man.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Oh, for sure.
And I think Bo Nickel is going to be ending up doing the same thing, man.
Yeah.
And he's going to come out and he's going to whip Jamie Pickett around that octagon.
Some redeeming factors about Jamie Pickett. He does go to the body. He has decent cardio. He moves around. He has 65% takedown defense. That's not bad.
Sure.
Not bad.
But you're not defending against anybody like Bo Nickel.
To me, the telling thing, man, is when you watch Jamie Pickett's fight versus Kyle Dawkins.
Oh, yeah.
You watched that one?
Yep, I did.
What did Kyle Dawkins do?
Dude.
He put on extreme pressure.
Yep.
Right? He got 3 takedowns because he just kept on putting up against the fence.
And I see Bo Nickel doing a lot more than that.
And then he kept him on the ground after he got him put to the ground from the cage. And then after a little bit of that shit, Darce choked him. And he basically controlled him the entire fight.
And the interesting part is Bo Nickel is transitioning into BJJ. So, that's a problem.
So, I mean, if Kyle Dawkins can dominate... if Kyle Dawkins can dominate grappling against Jamie Pickett, I sure as fuck think that Bo Nickel can do the same exact thing, if not even better.
And again, I mean, he's transitioning into BJJ.
Did you watch the fight with Kyle Dawkins and Jamie Pickett?
Let me see.
Kyle Dawkins took him down 3 times and then just fucking submitted him like it wasn't
I
shit.
think I did watch that fight.
And now Kyle Dawkins is very good.
Yeah.
But
Jimmy Pickett, he lose 4 losses. He got 4 losses by finish.
Yep.
By submission, triangle.
Yep.
So
Dawkins was a Darce, but he gets submitted, man. I think that
It's a problem.
I think that might be what ends up happening here, man. I'm gonna take Bo Nickel by sub.
It's
it's
a
me
strong.
too.
So,
I think it'll end by the first round.
and I'm gonna say first round. Yeah,
I would agree. I'd agree.
I think we're looking at a first round finish here, and I think we're looking at Jimmy Pickett maybe getting fucking cut after this shit because he'll be 2-5 if he loses this one in the UFC.
Isn't this?
He would have one more fight on his contract. No?
Is that right?
Isn't it four fights a contract?
Maybe you're right. I think it's different. I think it's different by person, but I mean he's really on the line, man. If he loses this one,
You're not wrong. I mean, he's definitely
he's
on that.
2-4, man. He's coming off of 2 finish L's by Dennis Tululin and Kyle Dawkins before that. Now he beat Ugly Man Joe. He beat some dude named Starapoli. I don't know who that is. And then before that, Jordan Wright KO'd him, and he got a UD loss from Tefon Njukwi. Tefon the Don, you know that guy?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Tefon the Don, he's fun. Doesn't pipe around.
I may have. I don't know. I'm not
But
gonna say yes.
anyways, point being, you can beat him striking, and you can beat him grappling.
Bo Nickel wins. Bo Nickel wins
And
100%.
Bo Nickel is just, he looks like a
So
killer.
we're all on
So-
Bo Nickel.
Total
Bo Nickel
domination.
train.
Alright, let's make it more interesting then. What kind of sub is he going to get him in?
Triangle.
Triangle?
Probably.
What did Bo
could
Nickel
be-
get another guy in?
Actually, I could see a rear naked.
I can see that too.
I can see a rear naked on that.
Let me see.
Especially if he's transitioning with BJJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually the number one that you're learning.
I'm going to take,
easy.
I'll take RNC, why not?
RNC makes sense.
I'll take RNC, it's an easy one. He does have an RNC.
I think it's
crazy
gonna
if
be
you don't
real
think he gets
naked,
better.
real naked show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we all agree here. R1, RNC, Bo Nickel. We got it. Dude, I hope that happens. I'm like fucking. Well, it's
Good
pretty
analysis,
easy call,
bro.
honestly,
Good
but-
analysis, bro.
Solid analysis, yeah.
But let's go over to the second one.
Oh my god! And so I like this one.
I
This
like
one's
this.
fun.
This is a fun fight, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. Mateusz Gamrot, Mateus.
I don't know how to say it.
Gamrot.
But it's just Gamrot.
He's French, isn't he? Isn't he French?
No, he's Polish.
Oh, that too. It's all over there.
Yeah,
and then
basically the same.
you got,
Very similar
This,
cultures, yeah.
This guy is his ground game is great.
it's insane.
One of the
He
best.
started freestyle wrestling since it was 10. He's a black belt.
And he spam takedowns.
Spams them.
He gives you 12 takedowns a fight, bro. He just keeps on fucking going.
Yeah,
Yep.
he keeps them going. And here's the thing that worries me about Jalen. I like this kid striking. He's
Dude,
very
his striking
precise.
is insane.
It's insane, bro. He's perfect. Like
Top
his
level.
kick, he's tall. But the problem is, when I was watching some of his fights, he was taken down a few times.
Sure.
He wasn't controlled for a lot of time.
Right.
He got back up, and it seems like he's getting better. But here's the thing: like going against this guy, the way he handled Jeremy Stevens, you guys saw that fight
So quickly.
so quickly,
Yeah.
and
He
that's
just-
the thing.
What did he choke him out with?
I think it was a
Darce.
real naked.
No, it was Kimura.
It was a
Kimura.
Kimura.
Yeah,
it was
Kimura.
a
He
Kimura.
fucking
Kimura.
took his arm immediately and just bent it behind
Yeah.
his back.
Yeah.
Because he
That
started.
shit was
He
that, yep.
started going for the neck, and then he.
But he took him down with like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Real freaking quick.
Like just like fucking Chimaev and Kevin Holland shit. Just
Yeah.
like, all right, now you're down. Yeah.
And then he just pulled that arm.
Yeah, but this guy, Jalen, he's on a 5 winning streak, and he started very young. He started when he was like 20 years old. And you see his straight left.
Oh yeah, his
He's
left
got-
is
he's
his
got
left is a
bad
laser,
left,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
And so here's my thing: is Mateus has insane takedowns, right?
Yep.
Jalen is great with the counter. That's his go-to. He loves that counter, especially because he's so tall. He can counter all the time. Mateus is going to have to either spam those takedowns, be careful with the knees, or start trying to close that distance.
He'll spam the takedowns.
I mean, yeah.
He's always done it.
But, I mean, Jalen's going to be able to be...
But he's tall.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do a whole lot because he's so tall.
Yeah,
if he get him on the ground...
But Gamrot got the kneel down. That's an accomplishment.
Sure. All 5'4" of them.
Yeah, but he's not
way
tall.
better takedown defense than Jalen
he
Turner
does.
does.
Yeah.
Sure he does.
Jalen Turner was taken down by Malarkey, by Brock Weaver, by Matt Frivola 4 fucking times.
Yeah. That Matt
I guess that's
Frivola...
it.
But he wasn't, the thing is, he wasn't controlled, he wasn't there for a long period of time.
I think the only time he got control was by Matt Frivola. I mean, 4 times.
And that Matt Frivola fight, the second round...
5 minutes of control time for Matt
So
Frivola.
here's the question. In that second round, would you have taken a point from Matt Frivola?
I don't know a fight like that.
So while he was on the ground defending and kind of sprawling. Jalen Turner was trying to do some ground and pound.
Mm-hmm.
And Frivola he threw it, I guess it was the ball of his heel.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that.
Into his eye.
Right.
And who was it? Mark Goddard?
So they took a point from Frivola.
No, they never did.
Oh, okay.
But, Turner was complaining. He couldn't see for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped that fight for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He was just trying to clear his eye. It's a huge thing. It was an illegal move because he's on the ground. His knees were on the ground, and you kicked him straight in the eye. Can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's, and if that was a tide turner, well, the third round you can't really see a whole lot because you had a heel in your eye.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference though, because now I'm looking up the fight details. Every single judge had it 30-27.
Well,
so even if that point was taken,
but if you
it
take
would have
that
been 29
point from
to 27, and
sure,
you won,
but at the same time, you would do a little bit more in that third round, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, maybe
For sure.
So,
but I mean, point being, if Matt Frivola can control him at all, I have to believe Gamrot can do it better than he can. I mean, that's Matt Frivola, dude. Matt Frivola is unranked, not that great. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, right? He's not Gamrot at all.
Steamroll.
He's not even fucking close
Matt
to Gamrot.
Frivola.
He's not even fucking close to Gamrot. Now, I think, his best chance of winning to me is he catches him with the left.
He's got to. It's going to be, he has to finish it on the feet.
Yeah.
100%.
Or I guess he could sub him, but does Gamrot get subbed?
No. He might. I don't know him like that.
But here's the thing, man. This fight it's difficult because there's gonna be a striker versus a grappler.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever shoot first, that is the person who's gonna have the advantage.
Yeah.
Two losses.
I think that's gonna be Gamrot because he doesn't waste time.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't waste time.
But again, he saw the momentum that Jalen has is tremendous. His first fight, debut fight, was against Vicente Luque. So already having that experience.
I know, that's already huge, yeah.
That's a big win.
It's a big win.
He lost, but just the fact that he fought him first, that he lost.
And you see all the improvement.
Oh, yeah, he did get KO.
All the improvement that he has made after that. So there's a lot of unknown. Is Gamrot going to be able to control him? If he doesn't, then do you guys think he's going to be in trouble? Because of the striking of
this
guy.
If he can't control him on the ground, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of trouble. Because, that's a big guy that you can't control.
And you have a reach disadvantage.
A huge... It's 4? 5? 7.
7, dude. Huge reach disadvantage. But
again, those counters are going to come in.
But if you want to talk about experience, Gamrot's the guy who fought the higher ranking guys by far.
Yeah.
Other than Brad Riddell and Jamie Malarkey, Jalen Turner's fought a bunch of no-names. Oh, and Luque. And
that Malarkey one, though. That was a killer of a fight.
And of course he lost to Luque, but I don't know who Callan Potter even is. Matt Frivola's forever unranked. Josh Kalibau's forever unranked. Brock Weaver is a Contender Series guy who is forever unranked. Eros Medic, never heard of him. Jamie Malarkey, pretty good. and Brad Riddell.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
You know, so
there's a lot of no names.
I mean, like I watched the Beneil fight with Gamrot, and that's like a closer kind of fight. And I feel like if Gamrot can hang with a guy like Benny, he can fuck up Jalen Turner.
I don't think
you have a point.
Yeah,
you do have a point. Yeah, that's right.
I think you do, but I mean, again, I think that height is going to be a problem for him. That reach is.
I think he can still get him down, but I agree with you guys though. If he doesn't get him down, it's going to be a real fucking problem.
It's going to be a problem. I do think this is going to be a fight of the night contender for sure. I think it's a sleeper fight of the night, just because of the high velocity on both sides, the high octane. These guys are both going to be coming out for blood. Jalen Turner, he's precise in his strikes, very precise. He's his IQ is through the freaking roof. His fight IQ,
what's his accuracy?
Yeah,
accuracy. Gotta have it written down somewhere. I didn't write it.
signature strike accuracy is 51.
51. Yeah, it's all right.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I mean, at the same time, Gamrot's is 53.
He throws 6.5.
Yep.
And he 6.5 per minute, and he absorbs 4.3 minutes. So he gets hit a decent bit, but he hits more than.
But
he
again,
gets
in those counters,
but
man,
again, this is not gonna.
It's not gonna be a stand-up fight.
Striking,
it's not a stand-up fight.
Like this is about his takedown defense versus a guy who's gonna spam takedowns.
And if it is a stand-up fight, it's not Gamrot's fight.
It's not.
It's 100%. That's how it goes. I'm torn. To be honest with you. I want Turner to win this. I want him to keep that streak going because I want to see what he can do. I want to see where he can go. Because I do think he has a pretty high ceiling.
He's good. He's definitely good.
But it's going to be tough for him. It's definitely going to be tough.
This is definitely his best. It's definitely his biggest test to date by far.
He's got an 80% takedown accuracy.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it very often. He only has one takedown a fight.
Interesting.
On average.
Yeah, I see that. 1.4.
Yeah. What are you taking?
I think I'm going to take Jalen.
Yeah. By?
A precise knockout. I think it's going to be a counter knockout.
Okay, what round?
Oh, man. Why you got to keep on asking me these questions?
Because this is what we do, bro. We make predictions.
Man, I think it's going to be... I think he's going to feel him out a little bit in the first round. And then he's going to come at him in the second.
Round 2.
Yeah. Round 2 KO.
Gamrot decision.
This is
it's
not
a bad decision.
That's easy pick for me. Gamrot decision.
Yeah, Gamrot. It's not easy for me.
He's been hanging with higher competition.
Yeah.
His takedowns are fucking ridiculously good. I don't think Jalen has an answer for that shit, man.
Well, I'm gonna believe in this talent. He's a very promising fighter, just like I did with Magdala. I'm gonna believe this guy.
Oh,
and
man.
I think he gets it done.
Wait, who
only in the first round. After, if it passed the first round, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I lost this.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take Jalen.
Okay.
Oh man, I feel good. I feel good about this.
So I'm gonna stay in your corner.
You say KO R1.
R1.
All right.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Right?
That is interesting.
I'll be the one guy taking the favorite.
Every fight start on the feet, so he has a chance to end it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
he does.
This next one's my favorite fight on the card, though.
This is okay. So you convinced me this is a fun fight.
Oh,
yeah, this is very.
This is a fun fight.
When I started watching both guys and I studied them, I was like, man, this is gonna be a great fight.
Yes, it is, dude. Their matchups are like just perfect for each other.
It's perfect.
Man. Yeah.
But you know, this guy nobody wanted to fight this guy.
Nope.
Chakra. How do you pronounce his first name?
Shavkat.
Rachmaninoff, I think.
Yeah.
Shavkat.
This guy.
Or call him Nomad.
Or call him. What's his name?
The Nomad.
No. I'll think about it.
Now this guy is the first fighter to be signed the UFC from this country called Sochi. It's a city. I don't know, some country out there. Never heard of it.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah. So basically, this country they got like a warrior mentality.
He's supposedly the only.
The only fighter to be signed with the UFC, the first one. And those people, like for whatever from their culture, like those people used to fight with horses.
Yeah.
You know, they used to like, you know, go to different places. You know, and do all kinds of stuff. And when I heard this guy talking, his mentality, like no wonder why nobody wanted to fight this guy.
Dude, and he's so composed.
Yeah, so composed.
He's cold in there.
Yeah, he's 100%.
Nothing rattles him.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't make any mistakes really. He's just smart.
He's very precise.
Yep.
And if you notice, like you would have think like he's gonna go desperately for the takedown.
No.
Because he started stumble.
No, he's patient.
He's just patient. If he sees an opportunity, then he takes you down.
Yep.
And he's so strong.
Yep.
His ground striking is great.
Did you watch in any of his fights? Did you see him power take down anybody? Because usually it's cage work, is what I noticed. Yeah.
Neil Magny, you see the way he took him down with ease.
Did he ragdoll him once?
I don't think he rocked on him, but the way he took him down,
yeah,
like it looks like he's slamming. But Neil Magny is a big guy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And for you to take him down like that, just like the way he hit the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's impressive.
It's almost more impressive with Magny if he was in the clinch, because Magny loves the cage work.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, Rachmanov is a fucking G, man. I mean,
100% finish rate.
And he finished Michel. What's his name? He finished the guy who's never finished before.
Yeah,
Prazeres.
Michel
Prazeres.
Yeah.
He went a whole career without getting finished, and then Rachmanov went in there.
He should have just not taken that
R2,
fight.
RNC'd him like it wasn't
retired
nothing.
before that fight.
Yeah.
And he was fighting already 15 guys after 3 fights in the UFC, which is really good. And this guy only wins by finish.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to fight that guy.
No.
And
he doesn't seem to have a weakness.
Yeah. Gio Neal, don't slip on him. He got speed, he got great hands.
That's the problem.
But it took me a long time for me to choose a fighter. Because I saw that, man, they both got striking. But when I saw the way Gio fought Neil Magny, and when Neil fought, how do you say his first name again? Shavkat. It's going to take me a while. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I probably not saying it right here.
Like the way he beat him with ease, it's like, man, he's gonna be a problem. So I think that Chakra is there's gonna be for him to lose this fight is gonna be very hard. I think he has more ways to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Like especially, they both great striker. Shoot, I even say Gio Neal might, he had the speed advantage. He throw more combinations
that
in my opinion.
Is lethal.
Yeah.
Lethal.
But, that fight with Neil Magny, that's what changed my mind.
And they both fought Neil Magny, and Jeff Neal had a lot of problems.
Yeah, he lost.
He lost to UD.
He got taken down, right?
Neil Magny had a perfect game plan. Jeff Neal liked to apply the pressure like he likes to. And then what Neil would do is whenever he got too close, he would just clinch him and then drag him into the cage, and then he would take him down with like a trip, kind of like finesse him down.
Yeah.
And then once he was down, Neil didn't really know what the fuck to do Jeff Neal didn't really know what the fuck to do. It's a perfect game plan because whatever Jeff Neal did, Magny kind of had an answer. Because if he wanted to stay on the outside, Magny's reach was longer.
Yeah.
So Jeff Neal had to come in, and whenever he did, he would get clinched and then eventually brought down. Perfect game plan by Magny. But that being said, can Rachmanov do something similar? I think so. For sure.
he got long arms.
He's got long arms, and he has that clinching ability, and he has the grappling ability that Jeff Neal doesn't have. Jeff Neal does have an 85% takedown defense, which is pretty fucking good. But, as long as Shavkat doesn't stay in the pocket with Neal, and just, let him, hit that left off, then he should be able to figure out a way, I think.
Yeah. But here's the thing about Shavkat. We heard about this great wrestling ability that he has. but it's like his striking is so good that you don't see a lot of his wrestling.
Yeah.
So the question that I have for you guys, do you think just because of the level of striking that Gio, because this is gonna be not only a hard fight for Gio, but this is gonna be this might be the
It should be Shavkat's hardest fight.
yeah, this is Shavkat's hardest fight.
People sleep on Jeff Neal, man. He's very, very good.
He's very good.
Test.
His striking is very accurate. You saw the way he picked up Belal.
Yeah, Bilal. He slammed Bilal.
Yeah,
He's strong. He's super strong.
he's super strong.
He pieced up Luque. Fucking bad.
Yeah, I'm telling
Real
you.
bad. He
So this
fucked up
is
Frank Camacho.
yeah. So do I think like if he just stays striking with Gio, I think he that's gonna be a problem.
It is.
So he's gotta mix it up.
Yeah, he's
with
gonna
the
have to.
takedown.
He's gonna have to bring it to the cage or bring it down.
And that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see how good this guy take that, because we've seen it, but we haven't seen it that much. We see him like he takes opportunity, ground and pound, get ups, and then kind of finish the guy with submission. But this fight is gonna show more of Shaka, just because of Gio's
Because
strength.
Jeff Neal's going to have to force him to use some of that grappling, I think. Because I don't think you want to stay in the pocket with Jeff Neal. Every single one of his opponents that has done that has gotten fucked up. I mean, Camacho got head kicked into oblivion. Fucking Bilal Muhammad took a bunch of fucking significant strikes and got the UD. Or Jeff Neal got the UD. He fucked up Nico Price with ground and pound after a war. What else they do? He fucked up Mike Perry with a fucking high kick into a TKO with punches.
Yeah.
We
get it. He's got a really good rap sheet.
Like if you stay in the pocket with him,
it's a problem.
It's he might get the better of you.
Yeah.
I mean, so it comes down to, is Shavkat going to be patient enough to find the opening?
He always has been so far.
He always have.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that guy comes from a country that I see in those cultures, man. Those people are very patient. They hunt, man. They're warriors. And this guy has a warrior mentality. So I think this guy have more ways to win.
I think so too. I think if Jeff's going to win, he's going to have to get the KO, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, he can do it. That left, like I said, is lethal. And he has a sneaky high kick, man. He has a really sneaky high kick.
You don't see it coming.
He doesn't throw it that often, but when he does throw it, it usually hits because it's a surprise to his opponent. He throws like fucking maybe
that hand
5
kick
times.
was sick.
Well, we were talking earlier, and he's a headhunter.
He is a headhunter.
So Shavkat mixes it up.
Yep.
So it's going to be a problem for Jeff Neal if he's only going for his head.
And Jeff Neal never goes, and he doesn't kick the legs ever.
Doesn't, no.
No low kicks, no body punches. It's like all head punches. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Who do you got?
I got Shavkat Rakhmonov by decision.
You're going decision, huh?
Jeff Neal's not bad on the ground, man.
No, you're not. No, he's not. You're not wrong. Who you got?
I got Shavkat.
Could be a sub though too.
I have him by submission.
Yeah.
Probably in the third round.
I think it's going to be a little bit harder for Shavkat to get Jeff Neal down because Jeff Neal's footwork is very good. He's elusive, and his takedown defense is high. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be 7 for 7 on takedowns. He's going to be like 5 for 12 or some shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think if he does get him down, it's going to be a problem for Jeff Neal. But I'm thinking he might be able to kind of ride it out.
Yeah.
And I think Shavkat will get the UD with control time.
Yeah, he's gonna get to the dip waters. I don't think he's gonna finish him in the first round.
No.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I think
that guy. What fight that I saw him like in the Neil Magny? He was getting tired because of the clinch work and stuff. So I think they're gonna take a page out of the fight and they're gonna do it. They're just gonna make him tired, right? Work with the takedown. And at the end, it's either going to be by unanimous decision or it's going to be a submission.
He'll get him when he's tiring out.
Yeah, he's going to get him when he's tired.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too. But I think Jeff has enough heart to get to the end. That's a big statement, though, because obviously Shavkat's entire fight list has been finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I take submission by third round.
I got UD. Shavkat.
You got
Yeah.
UD?
Yeah.
we're all going Shavkat.
Yeah. I mean,
I hate to say it though, because I believe in my boy Jeff Neal. I just think this is just such a tough opponent, man.
It's definitely it's
I
a
respect-
test for both of them.
I respect Jeff Neal for taking this fight though. Like he's a true G, no matter what happens, just to get in the fucking cage with this guy because it feels like nobody else wants to.
Nobody does.
Nobody wants to fight that guy, man.
Yeah.
Nobody does. But I mean, I think if you
It's sad, man, when you see a guy, and that's why I understand now. I say, oh, Habib hasn't fought nobody. Yeah, it's true because nobody wants to fight him.
Yeah, facts.
But I think if Shavkat wins this, I mean, you have to give him somebody in the top 5.
No, it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
nobody in the top 10 probably they don't want to fight.
I
that
mean,
guy.
well, Neil is what, 7, 6 or 7.
Yeah, but they already
7.
fought.
So I mean, at that point, you would have to go. He's going to go with somebody in the top 5.
Top 5, right?
Yep, and Neil Magny took him down with relative ease. Ponzinibbio also took him down, so why can't Shavkat, right? It might be harder, than most opponents for him, but he's going to end up getting him down, and that'll probably be the difference here.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But I'm super interested in that fight, though, because I do think Jeff Neal will make it somewhat close. I think he might even catch him a few times, man. Make things really interesting.
Probably will.
He might.
The thing about Jeff Neal's left is that no one seems to see it.
And Shavkat has
It's
been
so
rocked
quick.
before. He has been rocked.
Yeah, early in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be
last
something,
time.
dude, if Jeff Neal flatlines him? Oh,
That
man,
would be
dude.
insane, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that
And
be
honestly,
something?
It at plus 400. It's not a bad bet.
It's
to
plus
put 5
400?
on. Yeah, it's not a bad bet to put
Oh,
$5
man.
on.
They're
$10
undercutting my
even.
boy Jeff Neal, bro. No one has faith in
50
him,
on
huh?
it. Yeah, wouldn't man put 50 on it and get 400 or 200?
He's better than that, I think.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But I get it. Shavkat's filthy.
So we all have Shavkat.
Yep.
So let's go into the next one. Are we talking about this one?
Yeah.
Shevchenko and Grasso. Uh-oh.
I don't know, man.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he says.
Uh-oh.
I just no disrespect, man. No disrespect.
But I'm about to disrespect
to my
you,
girl,
Danny. Yeah.
Alexa Grasso. I mean, she got good boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Always.
had
have
great
good-
boxing.
So
Great
does
boxing, good defense. But the question is that going to be enough to
No.
stop the killer, Valentina Shevchenko?
Fuck no.
No.
Absolutely not.
Do we really have to go through all of her fights? Like,
No.
To
Who,
really-
Shevchenko's?
yeah, like to really,
I didn't even watch any of
to
them. I
really,
remember them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. This girl,
She pieced
like,
them all up.
yeah, this
Choked them all
woman,
out.
this woman give problem to the pound for pound woman out there. What else could we say, man?
I mean, it's a
Amanda Nunes, she won with her twice, and many people thought she won that fight.
Oh, Shevchenko is the
Yeah.
best there is in women's division outside of Amanda, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only woman to
It's
give
not even
her
debatable.
problem in her division was Tyler Santos.
Yep. And the only other woman that could be a problem is Blanchfield.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right. I
Yeah.
definitely agree with you. After
Yeah.
seeing that performance,
It's not a question of could.
But
be.
guess what? Alexa Grasso is neither of those people.
I
She's
mean,
entirely
That's
different
true.
person.
I've seen her license.
She's
And
entirely
she
different
don't-
person.
she don't have a lot of finishes too, right?
Who?
She has
Alexa
no
Grasso?
dude. She has one submission.
One sub. Her last fight, right? It was the last.
Nah,
or
fights
two
ago.
fights ago?
Joanne Calderwood,
Yeah.
who is not anything close to
We're not-
Shevchenko, of course.
Not even talking about her.
Her
She
last-
lost to Carlos Esparza.
Yeah.
Okay.
She lost to Tatiana
Tatiana
Suarez
Suarez.
by Real Naked Choke.
Yep.
Felice Herrick. So
Yep.
she basically lost to
All the very
the good people. Out
Yeah,
there, you know?
exactly. The good ones on the list. Yeah.
And maybe she beat by Vivian Arroyo.
That's her best win, or Macy
Yeah.
Barber.
You,
I'm going
Unanimous
Macy Barber. Yeah,
decision?
that was a.
Macy Barber's win.
but other than that, man, I mean,
I like Macy Barber.
she's on a 4-fight winning streak, but I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be enough to go against.
No,
like
she
her.
hasn't. She has little. She doesn't have any anywhere close to the grappling that Valentina has.
No.
Like that's the big thing with me. Is like, how the fuck is she gonna even defend anything grappling, anything at all? Maybe she sticks with it with striking. That's if Valentina wants to prove a point. You know what I mean, and stay on the feet with her. But even that, I feel like Valentina would win.
Yeah, but Valentina, she has a Muay Thai background.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the way she fought. She fought.
Jessica Eyes.
No. She fought earlier. Holly Holm. She picked her apart for, 5 rounds, unanimous decision. And Holly Holm is one of the elite strikers in the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
She was.
Same with Shakukian.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be the striker in that division. She got fucking destroyed.
She beat Joanna in a Muay Thai fight, and then she beat her again in an MMA fight.
Yep.
So I just told you right there the level of experience that she had.
Yeah, like her striking might even be better than Alexa.
Look at her win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And it's all
10.
crazy good names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those names in there are the entire ranked list. No, really though, of that division.
It is. That's why it's so funny.
And the only reason she even got a close fight with Santos is because she tried to fucking prove a point the entire time and grappled with her.
Yeah.
Which she didn't really need to.
No.
You guys remember that fight? She grappled, she initiated a lot of grappling kind of stupidly.
Yeah.
And it was really close, they were reversing and whatnot, and she would still try to get into those exchanges, and I was like, hey, why not just piece her up?
Right.
But I think Valentina likes to prove points.
Yeah, there's a couple of fighters out there that like to prove points.
Yeah. She did the same thing with Jennifer Maia. She grappled with her almost ill-advised because Jennifer Maia is a black belt. And I think Chevy just likes to think like, oh, my grappling's better than anybody's, and I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to grapple with you especially if you're a grappler, because I want to prove that I'm better than everybody.
Right.
And she did. Don't get me wrong, but like, fuck. I mean, even if she tried to strike Alexa Grasso just to prove a point, I still think she fucking wins.
Yeah.
She got the kick. She got the kick. She got the elbow.
But also, she rips things off way quicker. Like, just the way she throws a kick is like fucking. It's so quick.
Yeah.
It's snapped off. It's technically sound. It just looks different with your eyes than any of these other women.
Yeah.
Any of them, including Grasso.
Yeah.
Don't you think? When she kicks her punches, it's like, holy fuck. When Alexa Grasso kicks her punches, it's like, yeah. That's a kick.
Again.
Yeah, that's a punch. Yeah, that's a kick. Valentina looks scary with everything she throws.
Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, no disrespect to my girl.
I'm disrespecting her now.
Disrespect. 100%.
But you give her no chance, and neither does the world.
Let's put it like this: she wins this fight, it's gonna be an upset.
Oh, what's
yeah,
the odds on her, dude? What's the odds?
Plus 500.
Plus 500. Is that it?
I think it's plus 5.
Damn.
But
I mean, I could see like if I take a chance to take a bet,
plus
like if she got knocked out previous opponents, but
she doesn't.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
She's just very tight, defense. So I just don't think that she has she's that type of person to go after it.
Well, let me say, you put $5 on Jeff Neal and Alexa Grasso. That's plus 950. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's also impossible. So.
I mean,
I'm just playing.
I've seen crazier things happen.
That would be fucking crazy.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's not going to happen. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got Valentina Shevchenko. So the
I
question
think
is,
everyone has Valentina Shevchenko.
What do you have going? What do you have going as?
KO.
You think it's KO?
Yeah, fucking KO. I think so. She's actually gonna stand up with her just to be an asshole, and I think she'll win that striking battle and fucking KO her. I do. Round 3.
Has she ever been finished like that, Grasso?
No.
No?
But I don't care. I think she'll get finished like that.
I don't care.
I think she'll get finished like that, dude.
Oof.
Dude, she KO'd Andrade, she KO'd Chikugian, she KO'd Jessica Ai, she KO'd Lauren Murphy. Like, the only people she doesn't KO are the grapplers, and that's because she likes to grapple with them.
Which is kind of, just kind of
You know?
doing that.
She UD'd Carmouche, grappler. She UD'd Maya, grappler. She split decision Santos, grappler.
She submit
But all these
Juliana
strikers,
Pena, my girlfriend.
all these strikers on the list, that's not Joanna, she KO'd them. Every single striker on this list that's not Joanna, she KO'd them.
I think I'm gonna go with. Let's give her a chance. I think she can survive through 5 rounds. So
Do you really think she gets
You're
to
going
5
decision? You're going decision?
Yeah.
Valentina?
She's gonna be busted out, but I think she can.
Oh, she's Murphy in this
I don't
shit?
think he even believes it when he says it, bro.
Oh, she's gonna
just
get
trying to
Murphy.
He's just trying to bleed. Dude, you know she doesn't. You know we only have 7 fucking listeners, bro. Alexa Grasso's not listening. It's okay.
She's
dude.
gonna get Murphy, bro. Like,
Yeah. I think it'll be one of those situations maybe where the referee is like, all right, I've seen enough, even though the girl's not knocked out.
Let's do it.
Or like she just takes 500 signature.
bro, your
significance
skull is
points.
showing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna end it. Like fucking hell, yeah. Like Volkanovski and Korean Zombie or something.
My
Yeah.
God.
You know what I mean? That's what I think might happen. I think it'll be like that.
Are you really? You going decision?
No, I'm okay.
Are you changing it because we're giving you so much
No, you
shit?
can go decision, bro. Here's the thing now. But if you're right, we're gonna look like idiots. So.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah,
Believe
I'm
me.
a.
I can't
stay
believe
with
you're
it,
on
man. Stay
decision.
with
I can't believe you're.
I can't
I'm
either,
going
but stay
sub in
with
a
it.
second. I'm going sub in
And
a
you're going
second.
sub, yeah.
Sub in the second.
Just because she hasn't been finished, man. Like
Mm.
in previous fights, so I'm gonna take that chance.
I'm saying KO R3.
She hasn't fought anybody Chevy's caliber.
Not even close, dude.
So yeah, it's cool. She's never been finished, but show me that Michelle Perez's guy.
Yeah,
Shove
yeah, I know, right?
Shove gotta finish him.
You only don't get finished until you get finished.
Sometimes
yeah.
you gotta take chances.
Sure.
Just
Nah,
saying.
man.
Yeah.
Way to go out on a limb, bro.
I mean, do it. Do
She
it.
does have a lot of decisions, so way to go out on a limb.
Listen. You can put $5 on, and it's plus 550 odds. So I'm not doing the math
For decision?
You. I'd probably be even.
I mean, I don't mind losing $5.
Yeah, we're all rich here.
I'll find you the odds for the decision for her. I'll tell you that much. But in the meantime, let's go on to the next one.
But here's the thing, man.
Oh,
like, what is gonna be next for Valentina? She pretty much has cleared out the
Retirement, dude. Or you
No.
do Amanda Nunes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Blanchfield.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, but she
just
already
forgetting
no,
Blanchfield?
but she pretty much going through a second generation
Yeah.
in that
So?
division.
Shit, it's changing the guard, man.
Yeah,
Has to happen at
I
one
think she
point.
should fight Blanchfield next.
I
If
mean,
she
you
wins
have to
this
fight
fight.
Blanchfield.
And if she wins, she either take a man. If that fight doesn't happen, then she might
Nothing left to
retire.
do.
Like
Yeah.
Blanchfield already called her out too. Like she's got winner of Grasso and Chevy. So I mean, you're not going to.
Winner of. She'll take Chevy in a couple of months.
Chevy will
And that'll
retire.
actually be a decent fight.
Chevy will retire by the end of the year with an L, and she'll lose the belt. That's my prediction right now. Blanchfield wins the belt. Chevy retires.
Okay, that would be good. That's a decent call if you think it's only grappling, but you have to remember the on the feet part is a way different fucking deal here.
I don't
We
disagree.
talk about Blanchfield and Valentina. Blanchfield's not bad on the feet, but she's not Valentina on the feet. Not even fucking close.
You're right. She's not. But
Yeah.
I mean, at the same
Yeah.
time, I mean,
Dude,
I
she's
think
so fucking good. Man.
plus
She is.
700 for Alexa Grasso, win by decision or technical decision.
Plus 700.
Yeah.
You know, they
That's
put,
so much.
they put it like that.
What is it by sub? Minus fucking...
Alexa Grasso wins by submission.
No. Valentina wins by...
Oh, Valentino
Submission, yeah.
plus 225 for a submission.
Yeah, makes more
It's
sense.
not bad. That's not that bad.
Mm.
Plus 175 for DQ or
KO.
KO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Gaza.
Hey, she picked her career, bro. You don't gotta be sorry.
Look, you got her going to the 5 rounds.
Yeah, you gave her more of a...
You're giving her a lot of credit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold it against you.
I mean, a lot of people have survived Valentina, right? In the 5 rounds decision.
Has anybody what?
There's some people that have survived.
Liz
Carmouche survived.
Yeah.
Sure.
2019.
But like I said, Danny, it's all
and
the
she
grapplers.
got better.
She's not.
All the grapplers go to the decision with her. All the strikers get KO'd by her.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely.
I mean, that's the trend I'm seeing when I'm looking up the names. Anyways. All the decisions are grappler.
And
that's a pretty good observation by you, right
so
there.
Chevy's winning, right? We all have Chevy winning.
Yeah, of course.
Just by 3 different ways.
KOR3. You heard it here first.
Sub 2.
And he's going decisions. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
So
man, I want to see that pretty face get messed up, man.
So for the one that we're talking about here, get out of here. We're talking about John Jones and Gone now. This is what happens after this.
What do you mean?
What are we doing?
What happens during it first?
I mean,
oh, you mean like who's fighting
comes
who?
next?
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, who comes
Stipe.
next? You think Stipe comes next?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have Gone and you have Jones. I'm a little bit nervous.
I am.
For John Jones.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah.
There's a lot I don't know.
Look, I get it. You are still John Jones. You still have that John Jones name. But you've taken 3 years off. You've gained some weight. Granted, I mean, you look good. He does look good. But he looks a little slow. He looks a little bit slower than what he used to be.
I mean, John Jones never been a fast guy.
Never been a fast guy. But he was an average guy. And I don't think he's got that same...
Yeah, I don't think I'd call him slow either.
I don't think he's got that same step to him. But Cyril Gane is one of the fastest.
If not the fastest heavyweight.
Sure. And I think the only person that I would even put in that question mark with him is Aspinall. I think.
And when Junior Dos Santos was in his prime, he was pretty fast too.
Mm-hmm.
Junior JDS, he was pretty fast, and then
sure.
Yeah, he's Cyril's faster though.
Yeah,
Cyril,
he
I
is.
think, yeah.
I mean, Cyril is an anomaly, and Jones has always had trouble when he was in the light heavyweight with anybody that was on a bigger scale. So anybody that was a little bit bigger than him or same type of stature, it was always a problem for him. Gane is like a mirror image, but bigger. Like he's bigger.
And it's crazy to see a guy 250 pounds, 248 pounds that quick.
Yeah.
You know? But here's the thing, man. It's true. There's no denial that this is going to be John Jones' hardest fight in the heavyweight.
Yeah.
This is worse than Ngannou, because Ngannou it just end you by knockout. But if you survive the first round, you're good. But this is not the first time that John Jones has faced faster guy. When he fought Lyoto Machida, his prime, Lyoto Machida was one of the fastest.
He got fucked up.
Light heavyweights.
Yeah.
And he died in that ring.
And one of the things that John Jones does very well, his timing.
Yeah.
You know, he always gets you. You know, he always know his range. You know, when he's gonna punch, how he's gonna set up his next move. So there's no problem with that. The problem is how's those skills is gonna translate into heavyweight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unknown.
Right.
Like we don't know. Like you say, he's gonna be slower. Because, you know, putting 20 pounds of muscles and, 30 pounds, you're going to be a little slower. But we don't know. That's the thing. It's like, we don't know how he's going to come. But he got more weapons. He got
a lot more weapons.
Yeah, he got the wrestling. And he said in an interview, when I saw that fight against Francis Ngannou, he took him down. Like,
a lot.
what do you think John Jones is going to do?
That's what I'm saying.
And a lot of people say, yeah, but, you know, Ngannou was big. You know, yeah, he is.
But he also can't wrestle.
He can't wrestle.
No.
Like,
and John Jones said in an interview, if I get him down, he's not going to get back up.
mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. You look at Cyril Gane's record. It is Tanner Bozier, Junior Dos Santos, Rosenstrike, Volkov, Derek Lewis, Francis, Tai Tuivasa. Who in that is a wrestler?
Nobody.
Fucking nobody, dude. He has yet to fight a legitimate wrestler, and his first one's gonna be John Jones.
A guy who took down Daniel Cormier.
Yep, that's the big fucking thing with
and
the mismatch here.
Chael Sonnen, he completely destroyed him.
Yep,
Chael Sonnen is a great wrestler.
R1 TKO. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's the big thing with me, man. Cyril Gane has beat a bunch of strikers because he's faster than them in the heavyweight division.
Sure.
He has yet to beat any real wrestling prowess, especially somebody on the level of John Jones. John Jones gets a hold of him, the shit's over, man. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, I just don't see a way that Gane can do anything to the grappling of John Jones in any manner, especially if Francis Ngannou can control him.
Sure. You know, that's the thing. When I saw that fight, and I saw him like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And Ngannou, he wasn't even doing a lot of like, he was just on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't like transition, like doing elbows. John Jones,
Well, transition.
like he comes with bad intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You
does.
saw like he's trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like you saw the way he like when he was choking Lyoto Machida.
Dude, he dropped him.
Yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
dead.
I'm just hoping he comes into this the same way. That's my thing.
No, he's gonna come with bad intentions.
But if he's a heavyweight, he might be a better grappler, no?
He's gonna be more stronger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not gonna be faster than.
But how's that
Cyril
gas
Gane.
tank?
No.
How's that gas tank gonna go?
I don't know, man. John Jones, like for what I've seen from him, he's been training hard. He did it the right way. Yeah, it's gonna be a long layoff, but it's not the same. You saw what happened with Israel Adesanya when he fought Jan Blachowicz, right?
Yeah.
Like he just fought him like within a year, that super fight, and he lost that fight.
Mm-hmm.
But John Jones, like he took his time, you know, training, put on the weight, getting acclimated, because he just said it. Like a few months ago, he was like 265, but then he dropped down to 250 because he didn't feel, he felt like a little bit bloated, like, you know, maybe slower.
Right.
But then he said he feels good at this weight. I don't know. That's the only question that I have, like how his tank is gonna be. But if he comes with the same movement that he was in light heavyweight, it's gonna be a problem. I don't know if you saw that footage of him with Walt Harris. You saw that footage that he put on his Instagram, like how he rocked on him. Like
Oh yeah. I saw that. I saw because Dana White was.
And he's a big guy.
Yeah,
Walt Harris is a
big dude.
So I think John Jones states it. I don't know if he's gonna finish him, but I think it'll go like unanimous decision. If I had to choose.
The thing about the cardio argument is that this man has had fucking 14 fights that are round 5, that are 5 rounds. I mean,
Who?
John Jones.
Yeah,
And
all of them.
of those, 9 of them have gone to round 4 or longer.
So he got championship experience.
But he's also like, he has all this experience going 5 rounds. I think he knows what it takes to get that cardio where it needs to be.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope so.
I think I can bank on his cardio, I guess is what I'm saying.
So who do you got?
John Jones, easily, man.
How?
UD.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really not that hard in my opinion. I mean, one guy can wrestle and the other guy fucking can't.
So
You know? They both can strike, but one guy can wrestle like a motherfucker and the other one got out-wrestled by a dude who never wrestled in his life. So
here's my. You want my analysis on it?
well, I guess so, yeah.
So, well, I mean, since you're asking.
There you go.
So here you go, right? Because I like what you said, right, with the bad intentions. And if he does actually come into this ring, in this octagon, in this cage, with those bad intentions, I see it ending in the second round, first or second round, and it would be John Jones winning, but it'll be grappling, taking him down, and those elbows. John Jones, made that his signature move is those elbows, and his elbows are nasty. So I see him cutting him open. Gunn is not ready for this fight. 100%, he's not ready for this fight because I think he's going to be shocked at those bad intentions that John Jones is used to. So I got it ending as a knockout, or a TKO.
I mean, I'm not mad. I could see why you choose that. The only way, to be fair, the only way that I could see Gon winning is if Jones cannot take him down.
Yep.
Because, he, the volume that Cyril Gon throws, he's the most technical heavyweight.
Yeah.
And if you notice on his fight with Tai Tuivasa, he tends to look down his body.
Yeah.
And then he'll go out with a kick. But here's the thing with Jones. Jones is he's a computer.
Yeah, he knows these things.
And that's it. A lot of fighters have studied him. I know how to beat him. But they're like, man, you're just different.
Yeah.
You get in the octagon, man.
Well, John Jones can switch up his style at any moment, too.
Easily.
Yeah. He has all the tools, so any game plan that fails on him, he can switch it up next round.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
John Jones has faced the best strikers, best wrestlers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
So we all have John Jones.
Yeah.
3 different ways.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 different ways. You guys both have
unanimous. I think Gon can handle himself to get to a decision.
Yeah, he does.
That's what happened with Francis, right? Francis took him down, controlled him the whole time, but it got to UD.
But like you said, Francis isn't a wrestler, so he brought him down to the ground and he held him there.
Mm-hmm. But I would like to also think that Gon has improved from that experience, and maybe it's a little better on the ground now. But not good enough for John Jones, of course, but maybe good enough to get it at least to the later rounds.
And I think what you were saying too is the only I don't remember who said it. The only way is if he can't take him down.
Yeah,
that's it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's going to have a problem taking him down. I think it's going to be an issue of keeping him down on the ground.
And another issue is he going to be able to get to him? Because Gon. We know what's Gon going to do. He's going to run away.
Yep.
And Jones is going to be the one chasing.
Well, and that's why we were talking a couple of weeks ago where we were talking about is he going to be able to? Is he going to do those drunken monkey things and start crawling towards him and try to phase him out, try to distract him, if you will, from what he actually needs to do.
I don't know.
It can be dangerous, but John Jones. It's what he does.
Yeah, but even if Cyril point fights him out of distance the entire 5 rounds and he doesn't get taken down, don't you think John Jones can win that fight too?
Yeah.
With his kicks, with any striking that he can do as well.
Yeah.
It'll be close, don't get me wrong, and Cyril could win that decision, but John could win that decision too, even if it was on the feet the entire time.
You're right. Because look what happened with Thiago Santos.
He's got 3.5-inch reach.
Yeah.
Jones has a 3.5-inch reach.
Gon has a reach advantage?
No, Jones.
Yeah, John Jones does, yeah.
Well,
like
I said, but it's basically a mirror image. They're both
even
6'4".
if Gon fights his perfect fight, I don't know if he can still beat him. I think John Jones can still make it super close and make it to a decision and win that decision with point fighting.
The only thing about is the speed.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Yeah,
it's the speed.
Mm-hmm.
But again, John Jones is so smart.
But the number of weapons, he has everything there is to know.
It's a big factor.
He has every strike. He has all the grappling. He knows all the submissions. It seems like. I mean, Duke could do it all.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that Gon does, Jones had done it before.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like he take a little bit, and
sure,
put it, for his own style.
So if they want to get into a kicking match at distance, I mean, that's more even, I think, than a lot of people are saying it is. I think a lot of people are giving the edge to Gon, and I think that's fair because of the speed advantage. But I don't think it's that, I think it's close. think it's really like
Yeah.
it's close. Like John can do that too. He can low kick you and body kick you all day from a distance, jab, 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 or whatever. He's done it before. That's pretty much how he won against Reyes, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember the fight that much, but.
And here's the thing, guys. One thing that I wanted to bring up too, and you guys can give me your opinion. It's not a surprise that John Jones has been criticized because of his performance. A lot of people think that Reyes won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, controversial. Thiago Santos too, but more so, Reyes.
Yeah.
He said in an interview that he felt like he wasn't feeling that fear, when he faced Daniel Cormier. That it was just another day at work.
Right.
So he got bored, basically.
Yeah, so basically he's saying is that he got that nerves back at heavyweight because it's a more dangerous division.
Well, it's a different division.
It's a different
new
division.
to him. Yeah.
The most prestigious belt, even though it's not the most excited, it's an excited division, but not like as lightweight and, welterweight.
Right. Y'all
But-
get those heavyweight fights in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Shit. And now we have a headliner of heavyweights.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
If you win that title, you are the badass.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
baddest man on the planet. So the question that I have for you guys is, do you think John Jones is going to perform better in this division than his previous
Yes.
fight?
Yes.
What do you think now?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a great performance. Yeah. I think this is what the greats do, man. They challenge themselves and they rise to the occasion.
That's it.
And John Jones has done that time and time again.
Yep.
The only reason that he wouldn't this time is that he's a little heavier, but I just don't think that's going to do the trick, man. I think that he'll just do what he does, man, and rise to the fucking occasion. That's GOAT shit. That's championship shit. That's what
So
John
excited
Joneses
for
of the
fight.
world do.
Yeah.
That's
you're
what
not
they
wrong.
do, and that's why he's so great, man. Is because he can do that.
So here's another question. So when John Jones wins, I just cursed it. So
I'm switching my pick.
So he gets Stipe, right? If he beats Stipe, does Franny come back?
That's the thing we don't know. Because Francis Ngannou left on bad terms, pretty much.
Sure.
But in my opinion, John Jones, if he beats Stipe, he wins this fight.
Pound for pound.
The best.
Pound for pound.
There's no argument because Stipe is the best heavyweight.
Yeah.
Even though he lost to Ngannou, but remember that they're 1-1.
Yeah.
So we never got to see a third rubber.
And Stipe has the most title defenses.
And
heavyweight.
Stipe, he went against DC 3 times. And he beat it 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. So that makes him he broke the record.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He broke the record, 3 title defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Ngannou only had 1.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So anybody can get KO in the heavyweight. But
Yeah.
I think if Jones wins this title, he beats Stipe, argument's over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Greatest of all time.
easily.
Because, he got most title defenses in light heavyweight.
And the resume is just
The
insane.
resume, even though DC, he won both titles, light heavyweight and heavyweight, but DC never defended that title.
His resume is a who's who, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he defended a couple times in light heavyweight.
Bonner, Brandon Vera, Ryan Bader, Shogun Rua, Quentin Jackson, Lyoto Machida, Rashad Evans, Vitor Belfort, Chael Sonnen, Alexander Gustafsson, Glover Teixeira, Daniel Cormier again, Open St. Preux, Gustafsson, Smith, Santos, Reyes. That's fucking insane, man.
He beat all legends.
All legends.
He never been on a non-title fight after he wins that title.
Mm-hmm.
When he became champion, all he ever been is title fight.
And a lot of these are finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he
Shit's crazy, dude.
cleaned out the division that he was fighting the next generation fighters.
Yep.
But let's be honest, he was having trouble in that division.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's quick, like his cardio is on point, and he can move like he did in light heavyweight, it's gonna be a problem.
What are the odds, Gary? Do you know?
Odds are Jones is favored.
Yeah.
Minus 170. Gane is plus
Ooh,
145.
they're sleeping on him a little bit.
But at the beginning,
170 is almost a pick 'em.
No, because they have plus 145 as gone.
Yeah, but isn't 150 a pick 'em usually?
Well, both of them would have to be a minus
Yeah.
for it to be a pick 'em.
I know, but it's close is what I'm saying.
It's closer, yeah sure.
Huh.
But
I would think they'd give him a minus 250 or some shit, you know?
I'm surprised they gave Gane such a plus 145.
Well, Gane's looked tremendous, and
I would give him a
and
minus one.
John Jones has been gone for a while, of course.
Yeah,
so.
but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a minus 100 for Gane.
Yeah, you think he should be favored?
I think they both. I think this should be a pick 'em.
Yeah.
I think it legit should be a pick 'em.
I think John Jones should be the heavy favorite, honestly. And it's just the wrestling piece for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, yeah. But I mean, again, kind of
Yeah.
like what you said. What did Gane do after that Franny fight? What has he done to prevent that from happening again?
And that's the thing, we don't know if he
Don't know.
brings some of the best wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Because to get better, and that's the thing, I don't think he wasn't prepared. It takes time for you
I don't
to
think he
get
was ready for it
Yeah.
to start wrestling.
No, I don't. I think
He only
Francis
got
took
2
him off
months
guard.
notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure he did.
In 2 months, like 2 months notice, right?
Mhm.
To fight John Jones. The question is, do you think that's enough to get the best wrestlers to
No.
emulate Jones?
No,
It's-
you need about 10 years, I think.
You get some wrestlers. You don't get the best of them, but you might be able to go and get Gracie.
I don't think you can get to John Jones level.
Did he
wrestling.
brought Curtis Blade? I don't think he brought Curtis Blade.
Unless he's training for 10 years straight, I don't think you get to John Jones wrestling in a training camp.
No, it's
I
not
just don't
something
think
you
you
pick
do.
up. It's not something you pick up.
No, it's
That's-
not enough time.
No.
Like even if he trained every day wrestling 6 months, not enough time.
No.
John Jones is still going to be better.
A
That's what I
year,
think.
a year would be close to it. You'd be able to do some defense.
It's a year versus his lifetime. I
Sure.
still think it's not enough time.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know, man.
The only guy, one of my favorites that he had a great takedown defense, was JDS.
Yeah.
But then when he fought Kane, the overwhelming pressure,
Mm-hmm.
he eventually took it down. But that was the only guy who was used to
Yeah.
fighting grapplers.
Kane
You're
just
right.
ran out.
Yeah, Cyril Gaunt, he only be fighting strikers.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only fought strikers, and then the only person that's beat him is the guy that wrestled.
Man.
So, now I think that hopefully John's not stupid. He doesn't want to prove a point.
That's
That's actually something that could
that's
happen.
that's what can happen.
No, he
Right.
can't. Yeah, he's
You
so
gotta be
awkward.
smart.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
know,
be
I
smart.
hope he doesn't go in there and try to KO him just for the shits and gigs. That would be probably stupid
could be an
on his
issue.
part.
It could
Well,
be a
he
huge issue.
tends to do stuff like that. Like he tried to take down DC.
But I think,
You know what
I think at this
Like,
point,
yeah. And I mean, it worked, but that's not exactly the
it's not
right
what you need to
game
be doing.
plan.
Right. It's
You
not
know?
what you need to be doing.
It's not exactly what the coaches are telling you, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure they're not. They're yelling at you.
Stick to your strength, stick to what your your
What are you
advantage
doing?
is, right?
The thing about John Jones is his mentality. He could be the worst person outside, right?
Yeah.
He is.
But that guy, his mentality and his confidence is crazy, man.
Yes.
It's crazy. His
Yeah,
confidence.
I don't think you can convince him that he'll lose.
No.
You know?
No, you really can't. He has so much.
In his head, he's like, "There's no fucking way I'm losing this shit."
No.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem too.
I don't think it works for him in the
Overconfidence
past,
could
but
be an issue.
No, I don't think John Jones is overconfident. He knows. One of the things that I see from him is he knows, he respects his opponent.
Mhm.
And one of the things is, a lot of these reporters, they ask you, what's next for you? Like, the fight hasn't happened and you telling me
Yeah.
what's going to be my next opponent?
That's not right.
He always say, I'm going to focus on my opponent, this, and
But
that.
he's also supremely confident as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's his mentality,
Mm.
A lot of confidence.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree with the Danny. Yeah, it does seem like he always gives his opponent like their due and respects their strengths.
well, I mean,
A little bit of trash talk too, but
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
mental warfare. So
Yeah.
well, it's sort of like that. What was it? A YouTube video that you sent out where before he was a champ, it was
the
even.
upper hand,
It was even.
Yeah.
And then after he became a champ, it's always on top, and that's kind of disrespectful. And it's not really giving your opponent the right.
Hey, but anything goes, man. Anything goes. I think he takes his opponent seriously. Here's the thing, man. Like I heard someone say, you cannot put your opponent on their pedestal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, no, yeah, you can't.
You have to be like, hey, I'm a warrior. I'm gonna do this.
But so is he, right?
Yeah.
They're a warrior too, so am I. I think I'm better, but I gotta respect my opponent. That
doing
they
this.
can hurt me, you know.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, after the fight, we see him, touch hands and stuff, but I'm gonna come with bad intentions. I'm gonna hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on top.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens on Saturday. So it's this Saturday. What is it? 8 o'clock fight card? Main event?
10.
It's always
10?
10.
So
Yeah, and early prelims are 5:30.
Oh man! All right, so we'll try. We'll try to watch them.
Dude, Derek Brunson versus Duplessis on the prelims too is fucking sick, by the way.
That's what you meant. He was fighting this weekend
Yeah.
on that card. I never even looked at the undercard.
Yep.
But yeah,
And
so
the return of Cody Garbrandt on the prelim as well. So it's a full card all the way through. Don't just go to the main card, you fucking casuals. Watch all the prelims.
Listen, we're not trying to get everybody to go away. We're trying to bring more people in. Stop
They're
calling people fucking
casuals,
man. But yeah,
I'm talking to 7 people anyways.
we'll be back next week.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Please.
on the
Like and
YouTube,
subscribe and give us that fresh 5 stars.
Yeah.
Follow us on Spotify.
Give us a 5
Mythical
star.
Fighter.
You listening to us,
Yeah,
right?
you tell them, Danny.
I'm talking to you, Antonio.
I'm talking to
Hopefully
you.
there's a viewer named Antonio. Like, what the fuck?
I feel so
He'd be in his
special.
car right now, just like, what the fuck?
This
Looking
guy.
around like...
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll follow you now. But yeah, we'll be back next week with the results. Until then, take care.